in the backyard of your
Hello, welcome to a brand new weekly vlog. We are now on the 21st of November and we are coming up to the last full week of West End Reads and the last full week of November, and I'm really sad that it's gonna be done because I really enjoyed it, and I have 4 books to read and a novella by the end of the month. We will see what we will see. These are the books that I have to read. So, let's go through them one by one, shall we? We shall. Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy, all short stories. When I read the Bane Chronicles, I got through that very quickly. I think it's great that they're just short stories. The writing isn't that small, but with Bane Chronicles, I did have the audio. I was able to get hold of the audio. So we'll just have to see what the situation is. I don't think there is an audio anywhere for this. I'll just have to try and read it physically. There is also no audio for this, but this is a buddy read with Tori, and ideally I would like to get it finished this week. If I can't, for whatever reason, then I will just, as long as I get it finished by the end of the month, because this is a West End Reads prompt pick. And I'm just going to quickly go through the prompts as I tell you what books they are. So, Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy is Come From Away, which is set in another country, and A Book with a Bad Adaptation, which is Cats, is the prompt. And although this particular thing hasn't had the adaptation, The Mortal Instruments has, and we all know how that ended. And then we've got All the Feels by Olivia Dade. This is, like I said, the buddy read with Tori. I've chosen Sunset Boulevard, which is an older character. Both of these, I say older, I think they're both in the 30s, early 30s. And you know, it's older than, and then Waitress, Sweet as Pie, and the song. I haven't listened to anything from Waitress yet, I don't think. So I need to listen to something from Waitress before I finish this. And then we have Darker Shade of Magic, the songs I have listened to for this, and the prompts are Bonnie and Clyde, which is a book about crime, and Chess, which is a monochromatic book, and it's a buddy read on the Schwabbalong. It's for Schwabbalong, and it's a buddy read with the girls and the guys on Discord. And then we've got Sword of Kagan, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I do apologise, people pronounce it differently. And this is, I think this is religion. Let me just double check. So Sword of Kagan is cabaret set during a war, and Miss Saigon, another culture. But this is both of those, and it's chunky as hell. I'm gonna double check that. So for West End Reads, those are all the books that I have left that were on my planned TBR. I've just said I've got 4 books to finish, and I don't. For West End Reads I do, but then I do also have 5 Silver Rings, A Discovery of Witches, and Demon in the Wood to finish for Once Upon a Readathon. Discovery of Witches, I am currently, let me just double check where I am. Been listening to it on the way home from Sheffield, from Chloe's today, and I do have 5 hours left. I don't know where, the bookmark isn't in the right place, but I only have 5 hours left of this. I did watch a series of Discovery of Witches before I realised it was a book. So I haven't seen the 2nd and 3rd series. I think there's only 3. I think there's only 3 series so far. But I haven't seen the 2nd and 3rd series. I will watch them after I've read the books. I want to finish the series in book form first, now that I know it's a series. I don't know when I'm going to get to the 2nd and 3rd books in this. I've got the priorities. And then, I don't have it to hand, but I do have Check Please to read. And that is the book. Yeah, that is the book that Jem picked for my 12 books, 12 prompts. I was wanting to get to some of my Indie Ink Award books this month, but it's just not going to happen, so I'm not going to kick myself. They don't need to be read until February. But some of the books on the Indie Ink Awards, I hadn't heard of them before, but now for some reason, now that I've seen them on there, I'm seeing them pop up everywhere. There's like Prince of Sorrows is one of them that's consistently popping up everywhere as like a book to read, and I'm just like, I have that to read. I am judging that one. I need to get to it ASAP Rocky. And I think that is it. I do have, however, a lot of editing to do, and for those of you who follow me on Twitter, I do start a new job on Wednesday, so I have the rest of today. It's now 1:30. I have the rest of today to edit, and then I also have tomorrow to edit. So this is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I also have a couple of vlogmas videos that I need to film this week. We'll sort that out. We'll sort that out. The 1st of December isn't until next Thursday, I don't think. Next Thursday is the 1st of December, and I already have the first 4 days edited and scheduled. So we're doing good so far. I think that's everything. Oh no. I have mail. I have received these. Can you focus? So this is a dragon from, I got a bookmark last week or the week before from Lauren, who writes the World of Lunaria series, which starts with Marauder. She also writes the Iron Crown, and she's the author of, you know what I mean, the Iron Crown, and I'm part of a Patreon, so that was like an extra gift for a thank you for being part of a Patreon. So I was like, this is fun. Oh no, it's stuck. No. Are we excited? Are we excited? Yes, we are excited. So this is Children of Memory by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's part of a series. Tora doing a book tour for. He was also an author that I met at the Comic-Con blogger brunch, and he is so lovely, and I'm wanting to get more into sci-fi. When this came up as an option to review, I was like, hell yes. I wanted to look at his books anyway, but if you can send me a hardback. Am I going to say no to a hardback? No. No, I'm not. I have decided over this weekend that I'm going to cancel my YA fairy loot, and depending on how the adult goes over the next few months, probably will cancel that, because it's not that I'm going off YA fantasy or adult fantasy that's like traditionally published in that way, but it just seems that the books that they're doing, other than Babel, I've not really been interested in any adult book they've released this year. I don't think I have been. But next year, Afterlight is bi-monthly, and as you probably noticed, I have started picking up more contemporary, and I have more contemporary on my wish list, and in my haul this year you will have seen I hauled quite a lot of contemporary, and I started reading more of the formats like manga and graphic novels, and I've sort of moved away from like your typical YA stuff. There are a few YA indie books I want to read, but I just think spending that amount of money each month on books that I'm not going to read and then going to have to try and sell on, it's just not going to work. So I will be cancelling probably both fairy loots. I'm still decided on the adult one. I'll wait till... I've definitely skipped December because I'm not interested in that one whatsoever. I'll see what happens from January onwards. Based on the spoilers and the hints, probably not going to be a fan, but we'll see. You get 4 skips. If I feel like I'm skipping more than keeping, I'll just cancel, because I don't see the point in skipping and holding a place when someone, with the wait list for these types of boxes being as they are, yeah. I'm gonna head off and edit, and this evening we've got West End Reads Sprints with Chloe, and I'm sure she's gonna get sick of seeing my face. She spent the whole weekend with me, like Friday as well, and then she just got with me this morning, so I don't know. Anyway, I've got stuff to do. I keep saying this, but then I keep talking. What is... Okay. Hi guys. Hi. I don't know what I'm doing. Bear with me 1 second. It's Tuesday. It is the day before I start my new job, but I'm gonna show you books. I forgot what month it was then. Forgot what day it was. Forgot where I was. So on the weekend I did purchase some books, and buy books on manga. So I thought I'd show you, because I'm not doing a proper haul, because these are the only books I've hauled this month, so I don't see the point in doing a haul just for like 4 or 5 manga. So this first one, wow, that's shiny. First one, what is going on with this hair? I need it washing. Ignore the mess that I am, you know, it is my life. Soul Leveling Volume 3, and 4 are out. I think volume 5 is out now, or due out shortly. I've only read volume 1 of this, but you know what manga's like, hard to get hold of. The one thing I'm annoyed about is I noticed after I'd got it on the shelf, the copy of this that was available was really bent. Like this bit was like fully bent and creased, and I looked at the front of this and I was like, oh no, it's fine. But then I realised like the corners are a little bit damaged, but you know, it is what it is. I can't bother arguing with Waterstones for such a minor thing. The other one is WBY, After the Fall. I think do you pronounce it Ruby? I don't know. But this is actually the novel version of this. I am looking to start collecting the manga of this, but like I said, it's difficult to get hold of. And it is a lengthy series, so you've got the main series and you've got like the spin-off series, and I don't know what the RE means, but it's got that after it or before it, I can't remember. So I need to decide whether or not I want to invest in this series and the manga. I'm just going to wait till Jem reads it first, because she's got the manga for this, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to pick it up. And then the next thing is Check Please. I'm really excited for this. This is a book that I need to read this month because Jem chose it from my 12 books 12 prompts challenge. It's got a little flap. It's supposed to be cute and queer. There's only 2 volumes of this, so it's not invested in a really long series. Yeah, there's that. Then you'll be proud of me, I got volume 1 of Spy Family because I'd already bought volume 2 before getting volume 1, because last time I went to Waterstones, Forbidden Planet. Last time I went to Forbidden Planet, they only had volumes 2, 3 and 6 or something stupid. So I got volume 2. This time I got volume 1. So now I can actually start reading that series. And then we've got 3 more manga. So Check Please and Spy Family was from Forbidden Planet. And then the other 2 that I'm showing you from Forbidden Planet. So there was Chainsaw Man volume 1. Jem says this is great, so I just a Jem manga rec. And then the other one was Demon Slayer volume 1. I started watching this series. I really started to enjoy it. And I thought, why not get the manga and start that as well, because I don't have enough books in my life. And then Solo Leveling and The Ancient Magus Bride by Kori Yamazaki. I've had this on my radar for a while. Again, like a lot of manga, volume 1 is difficult to get hold of. This was £10, but it was in Waterstones, and it's the only place I've seen that had volume 1 available. I have some more lovely manga to add to my shelves. I'm so excited. This is going to go on the TBR cart because I need to read it this month. I'm really glad that I took my sturdy Nespresso tote bag because the manga were heavy. Reading wise. What am I doing with my reading? So I started Dark Shade of Magic. I've started tabbing it. I don't know why I've done it this way, but the pink is just for Kel, and just little potential Easter eggs and stuff. And purple, where is it? Purple that you can see there. We just started introducing Lila into the story. I actually did stop on the right pages here, and then I need to continue this. I also started Sword of Kaigan. This is a faster read than I expected it to be because I've got the audiobook. I was, last time I checked, on page 132. This does have a lot of different names in. Obviously it's Asian inspired fantasy, but it does have a cast of characters and a glossary in the back. I have started tabbing a few things just so we can have a discussion about it. So typically in these types of books, they have different ways of addressing each other depending on the hierarchy of you in a house, or whether you're a noble or a common born, that kind of thing. Can get a little bit confusing, but so far I think I'm kind of okay with it. I'm still not 100% sure on some of the relationships, but I'm intrigued at how this is going. So this one's doing work on Mamoru. So the first part of this is talking about him and wanting to be a warrior, and they live in the Sword of Kaigan is like a group of warriors from the place that they live in. They live in quite a remote area. They have a certain way of teaching their religion and beliefs and things, and then there's an outlaw city an outer village, an outsider comes in, basically turns Mamoru's world upside down by telling him some home truths about what the world is really like outside their little village. Is the sword of Kaigan really the fearsome warriors they claim that they are, or is there something more sinister behind it as a reason as to why they are doing what they're doing? Because they're like set out of the way of everybody else, very traditional in the ways that they work. The women have their place, the men have their place, that kind of thing, very old values. But we also have started to see more of Misaki, who is Mamoru's mother. We've just gone back into the past and we're learning more about how she became the mother, basically, where she's come from. And right at the beginning, when Mamoru talks about his mum, talks about things that she's taught him, which is not typical of a woman to know, and the way that she talks about the traditions that they've got and things like that. She's got a past, obviously. I'm not sure where this story is going to go. It does mention Misaki on the back of the book, so I'm thinking it might start following Misaki more. But at the moment, we're kind of getting a little bit of Mamoru and a little bit of Misaki. But I will say, in this, Mamoru is annoying. I know he's very stringent in his beliefs, and I fully appreciate that. I really do. He's a child. He's been raised the way that he's been raised. But also, he's quite arrogant. It's not distracting me from the story. I don't dislike the story because he's a dislikable character. But at the moment, he's annoying me. I do understand that his reactions to what he's being told probably would be typical of a reaction from a young person who is basically being told they've been lied to their whole life, sort of thing. So, yeah, there's that. I don't know where the book is right now because I've been listening to an audiobook. Me and Tori also started buddy read yesterday of All the Fields. And can I just tell you, we were supposed to do a buddy read. Yep. And Tori, kindly, beautiful woman that she is, gave us a breakdown. And then I promptly did not stick to that. I'm going to message Tori today. I got to chapter 20. We were supposed to stop on like chapter 8. And I just couldn't. It was stressful. It wasn't. I'm lying to you. I'm going to speak to Tori, find out where she's got to and where she plans on getting to tonight. She is on my sprints with me tonight with a few other girls, so we'll see where we go from there. What I am going to do is get a shower, make myself look remotely presentable. I do have a couple of videos to film. I might not actually film them today. I might just continue with some editing and try and get some more videos actually scheduled, because the only things that I need to film I only need to film 3 more full videos, but one of them is a November wrap up and one is a Christmas read with me, so one takes very little effort and the other one I can't do till the end of November anyway, so I will be filming that until next week. And then the other one is, I've already got the books out for that video, so I could just film it without makeup on, but the rest of my sit down vlogmas videos, apart from my reaction ones, I've had makeup on for all of them. So ideally I want to make an effort for once in my life. But this is also very annoying. Why I've got 3 manga that are all the same size, and then this one that is shorter. I still have quite a few videos to edit. I also need to log all of my Western Reads books and the books that I'm reading for Once Upon a Readathon. I have continued Discovery of Witches. I again have been listening to this audibly, so I don't know exactly where I am on this, but I think I'm on like chapter, let me have a look. Let me quickly have a look. I'm only on chapter 25. I'm not that much further than I was before, but ideally I would like to get this finished by the end of the month as well, because it's a book I've started and not finished, and I need to finish it. And it's annoying me that it's just there languishing. We'll see. I start my new job tomorrow. I'm so excited. And I've been rambling it, yeah. And I also need to edit my vlog for tomorrow. You know what? Editing short clips for B-roll is a lot more stressful than just editing down a chatty bit, because you want to edit your B-roll so it looks pretty. Anyway, you don't care. I'm going. Hi guys, welcome back. We are on Wednesday. And I have updates because I don't know when I last updated you. We vibe in, we move in, we move. I'm currently on chapter 20 of All the Feels. I'm waiting for Tori to catch up. I need to double check with Tori and find out where she is. Last time I checked earlier on this evening, she was on chapter 14. I'm currently on chapter 20. This gives me all the feels, all the really happy feels, and I'm going to go back and listen to the rest of Olivia Dade's books, and if I like them I will be purchasing her previous books as well. The rest of her books are on BookBeat. This one isn't. I've got a bootleg from the YouTube. We did the podcast today with Smash discussing this book. Thoughts, Feelings and Ponderances will be live ready for you all on the 1st of December. We did that tonight. I have also been reading Check Please. I am now this far through. I'm gonna finish this before I go to bed so that I can tick one more box on my list. I need to find out what this covers for West End Reads, but I'm loving this. And yes, Chloe and Meg and Jamie, you were right. I do already immediately want to pick up volume 2. But I'm gonna have to restrain myself until I have some moolah. Okay, so books that I still need to read this month. I've read My Buddy Read Pages of Dark Shade of Magic. There wasn't much to tab today because there was nothing new or Easter eggy, I don't think. Or there was one bit that I tabbed and I can't remember why I tabbed it. But look at all the tabs. The pink is Kel, the purple is Lila. We've met Rye already, but it was very brief. Very brief. But I need to continue this. What I might do is, I know that we're supposed to be buddy reading it, but I am at my parents' this weekend. So I might read ahead on Friday and read Friday and Saturday's pages. Another book that I still need to pick up this week. Oh my god, I'm molting. Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. I need to pick up 5 Silver Rings. And I need to pick up Sword of Kaigan. This is such a quick read, by the way. But this is a read that I need to tab. I have been tabbing it and I've been writing on the tabs as well. I ideally want to get this finished by the end of the month. But the end of the month isn't until middle of next week. So this isn't one I can read to and from work either, and neither is this, and these are the only 2 audiobooks that I've got other than All the Feels, which I can't continue yet until Tori's finished. We're kind of stuck. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, but I will definitely finish this week. Tomorrow night. Sorry? No, Andy. I think Andy's doing live sprints tomorrow night. I am not going to be on the sprints because I also need to... I did film my 50 questions book tag, and then I've started watching it back, and I think because I was rushing it and I was tired and stressed at the time, I just sound like I give 0 fucks about what's going on. So I'm going to refilm that tomorrow and edit that and get that up for Friday. I need to do that, and once I get home from work, I'm not sure how much reading I'm going to get to around it. And I'm just trying to think. I did have Discovery of Witches left to read. I don't know if that's going to be finished yet, but I have put that on my December TBR just in case. It's a book that needs to be finished that I've started, and that's a Reindeer Readathon prompt. I've been very schnicky. If I finish all the reading that I need to read, I will have read 18 books, 17 books this month. Eek. I'm trying. Fingers crossed I can get it done. Also, I've just realised I haven't added Check Please onto my books. So it would be 18 or 17 if I finish this book in November. But I really enjoyed my job today, and I know it's only the first day, but I got doggo huggles and it was just adorable. And the spaniel is called Daniel, which I just think is so cute. I met the other bosses, like there's the boss and there's the boss, the owner, who also works in the same office, like sits right behind me, which is a strange but nice environment, if that makes sense. He doesn't feel like he's above anybody, do you know what I mean? And he brought his dog in briefly. He's called Bruce, and he's like this, like, I think he's like a mixed bulldog, some kind of bulldog situation. He was adorable. The other owner has got a dog called True, who's also a spaniel. It's just doggo heaven. It just brings you so much serotonin. and it's just great. And the job itself seems like it's going to be something that I'm going to enjoy. Fingers crossed I still do enjoy it once I get into things. Yeah, everything's good. I'm happy. Are you happy? We're all happy. I just need to get through this TBR. I'm going to check where Tori is on all the fields. There's not much left of that to read. I do have the 50 questions book tag to film, and I'm going to try and see if I can edit that and get that up for Friday, and get a couple of videos edited tomorrow night as well. And I do also have Friday night that I can work with, because I'm not going to Ed this weekend, I'm going to my parents. My parents don't pick me up till Saturday morning. But I do also have a parcel to post tomorrow. I have a lot to do. I also, just on a random side note, my contract for the internet was coming up, and I went on Compare the Market, and I went to change to BT from TalkTalk, because BT were offering like a £100 gift voucher, and they were offering it at a better price. And then as soon as TalkTalk knew I was moving, they called me and was like, oh, we can offer you this price, and we can also give you a £50 voucher. So not only will their monthly bills be cheaper by like £9, we can also give you additional voucher, which wasn't offered prior to me leaving. I'm just like, why? If you know someone wants to leave, I had to go through the faff of then calling BT and saying, sorry, I don't want to move anymore. It's just stressful. Just give your customers the best deal you can offer before they start to move. Because if it happens again next year at the end of the contract, I'm just gonna leave. That's been sorted now, so that's fine. Rant over. But yeah, I'm gonna get rid of bed, head off to bed, and finish this, and then get ready for the day tomorrow. And we're gonna. Oh, hello friends. How are you doing? I'm cold, hence the reason why I'm sat like this. Welcome. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what today is. Today's Thursday, I think. It's Thursday, I don't know. But I'm coming at you with a check-in. I need to read more. Because, I can't remember, did I tell you I finished court? Did I? I finished court this week. I've now finished Check Please. So good. Need Volume 2. ASAP Rocky. And if I'd have had the money at the weekend, I would have bought Check Please and Check Please 2. I would have done. But they were like £15 a piece. And I bet you had no money. Because it was like close to payday. Anyway, I've now finished Check Please. I have finished my day's buddy read pages of Dark Shade of Magic. I'm still the same way through all the fields because I don't know if Tori's caught up yet, and she hasn't responded to my message to find out where she is. Last time I checked she was on chapter 14, but I know that last night she spent the night with Richie, so she probably didn't get much reading done if any, and today she's been working again. So I've only got this much left. I'm so excited to find out. I know what's gonna happen, but you know, it's just the anticipation of it all. The anticipation. And then I also read some more of Sword of Kaigan. This is, I'm a bit further than this now. I'm on the chapter that's called The Dragon, which is chapter 13, page 254 out of, Jesus Christ, 613. But I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm not sure it's going to be a 5-star. At the moment it's feeling very 4-star-ish. But basically, if you don't know what this is about, I haven't really told you what any of these books are about that I'm reading. You know what Cot is about. It's part of the Creative series. You know how I feel about that. It's just a very much disappointing series. I'm not hauling that shit and it's going. Check Please, great, 5 stars. It's about a boy who used to be a figure skater, joined the hockey team, and he's queer, and he's cute, and he's great, and just read it. Dark Shade of Magic, you know what this is? V. Schwab, Dark Shade of Magic series, book 1, brilliant, 5 stars. I know it's going to be 5 stars. Follows Kel, who is an Antari, who can travel between these 4 Londons that have been segregated due to some magic that went awry in Black London, and then they segregated all the different Londons off, and then only the Antari can travel between the 4 Londons, and Kel is one of the Antari that are still alive. Holland is another one. We meet Lila, Rai, Alucard, but in the first one it focuses more on Kel and then meeting Lila and the start of their journey. It's all great, it's all fine and fucking fresh and fabulous. And then this is sort of Kaigen, and this follows a young boy called Mamoru, and it also, I think it mostly follows his mother Misaki. His mother Misaki is mentioned on this a lot. So basically Misaki, when she was younger, she was a warrior, and she was like the shadow type of warrior that would like sort of like swipe in when you least expected it, when you weren't looking. And she was like, she reminds me, she gives me very much, what is the name? It's totally gone out of my head. Inej. She gives me Inej vibes. Do you know, like a wraith kind of, like, you know, you've got the people that are at the forefront that had been in the battles, and then she would, literally, it mentions in one part of this, she's the kind of warrior that would like swipe at their ankles and like slide their ankles when they didn't notice and incapacitate them. She was that kind of warrior, but her family married her off. As with a lot of the Asian cultures, and just in general, a lot of the types of books that are sort of high fantasy, the women have to put up and shut up. If you're not the kind of person who would like to read about women putting up and shutting up, this will not be for you. If you can appreciate that it's going to do that because that's the kind of world that this is in, this is the kind of culture it's derived from, then just, as long as you go into it knowing that, because I know that that can put some people off. But for me, as much as I dislike that it needs to be a thing, it happens. Do you know what I mean? It's not enough for me to not want to read it. So Misaki has raised 4 children now, or she's raising 4 children. Mamoru is her oldest, and they live in Kaigen, and they're Kaiganese. They are known as the Sword of Kaigen. They're supposed to be these warriors, but they live out in the middle of nowhere on this mountain. As far as they're concerned, they are the strongest warriors. Bearing in mind they are in their own little world, and the outside world have got a different view of them. And then the city boy comes in, and all of a sudden Mamoru's world is turned upside down when the city boy kind of opens his eyes to the fact that maybe they are not the amazingly strong warriors that they feel that they are, and that they've been led to believe by the government that they are. And it's very much that the government controls the propaganda and things that they see in this village. And it's very heartbreaking to read at times, because this poor boy thinks he's got this amazing destiny to be this really strong warrior, and he's slowly finding out that he's been lied to his whole life. And then it's not just him though, it's like some of the men in this clearly wholeheartedly believe that they are the strongest men, and that they are the strongest like tribe, that they are like, tribe's the wrong word, but they are the strongest group of people, and they are the warriors, they are the best, because that's what the government's told them, and that's what the you know, their rulers tell them. They will be the ones that save people when they're needed, sort of thing. Whereas the outside world see them as just cannon fodder that they just send out to war. Like, they're the frontline men. And so I'm going to rant here, but Misaki is the mother, and something happens where she's decided that she's no longer going to put up and shut up, and she's going to, this has like a slightly magical element as well, where she can manipulate sort of blood, and they can manipulate water and turn it into ice. And I think that at the moment, I think that's all is shown, that Theonites can wield the like water, I think. She can also manipulate blood, which she's not supposed to do either. And she's literally there just to cook, clean, and feed the children and raise the children. She's not supposed to get involved in anything remotely warrior-esque, so she had to put a warrior past behind her kind of thing, until and she did show Mamoru some of the magic with blood, and he's done that on somebody. There was this really sweet moment where she doesn't feel connected to her sons by the way that this story goes, because she keeps mentioning how cold her children are compared to how she thinks they should be, because they're all growing up to be these big Tsuki warriors, I think they're called. Matsuda warriors, I think. They're growing up to be these certain types of warriors, and there's this move called the Whispering Blade. And is it called the Whispering Blade? I keep forgetting all the words, because there's lots of names and words to remember in here. But only certain warriors, and from this specific family, can do the Whispering Blade, and he's been learning how to do it, it's Mamoru, and he's struggling. And they're saying his dad's basically a twat who says that you know, the reason you can't do that is because your mind's not clear and you're failing me and all this. Like, his dad's an ass, basically. But long story short, Misaki stands up for herself. War is coming. She's decided that no longer is she going to be the meek woman that just sits and lets people abuse her. That she's going to do something about it and try and save herself and her family. And that is where we're at the moment. And all this has happened in like 13 chapters. So you can understand why I'm kind of getting a bit confused with names and stuff. It has got moving quite quickly. And you do meet a lot of people, and like with a lot of things that have Asian culture embedded in it, it has different names for different people, different honorifics for people, based on where you are in the hierarchy and how friendly you are with people and how, you know, that kind of thing. So sometimes when I'm just audibly reading this, it can get a bit difficult, and I have to sort of stop it and think, was that Matsudo or Masiki? Like, because a lot of the words when you're listening as well, they could sound quite similar, but they have different meanings, and it could be somebody else's name. Do you know what I mean? So, despite that confusion, I have tabbed a few things, not that you can see because it's yellow, but so far I'm really enjoying this. And that was a very, very long-winded way of me saying I'm really enjoying this. And I think that's it for my reading so far this week. The things that I need to... Oh, filming wise, I have 8 videos already uploaded onto the YouTubes. I have all 3 of my lives for December scheduled. I have now filmed all of my videos except for my November wrap up and my Christmas read with me, and there's another special video that I'm doing that only requires me to edit some clips together. I've decided to use Check Please for an underrated book, which means I'm going to have to listen to a song from Bearer Pop Opera. I decided to use this because some of my friends have mentioned this, but other than my friends, I don't hear people talking about this book. And if they have, I've totally missed it. I very rarely hear this being talked about, so this is going to be an underrated book, which means I can add another prompt to log for West End Reads, which I'm really, really happy about. I'm super excited about that. And then all I need to read now for the Once Upon a Readathon, which this is going to be the most difficult bit to finish, I think. I've done Court, which is brilliante. Got myself 250 points for that. Bish, bash, bosh. How was your father? And then I've just got 5 Silver Rings, which is a novella. Got to finish Discovery of Witches and read Demon in the Wood. And in the grand scheme of things, that sounds like very little, but we're on Thursday. The end of the month is Wednesday. And I still have all of this to read. And technically, I don't need to finish this month for the It's All About Fantasy read along. But if I want to count it for West End Reads, I do need to finish it this month. I will update you tomorrow. But I'm really pleased that I'm still getting reading done, but I'm not neglecting my editing and stuff, which I did last month. I didn't give my 3 videos a week, and I also refilmed my 50 questions tag because I don't know what I was doing the last time I filmed it, but I sounded so unenthused by the whole situation and I had to refilm it because I was not putting that shit out on the internet. I know that I don't always look the best when I'm filming, but I want to at least sound like I'm interested in what I'm doing, and I don't know what was wrong with that day, but I was just like, nah. I'm going to head off now, and I will see you all on the morrow. Hi guys, ignore the hair. We have un bagage. I haven't had un bagage for a few weeks, and I can't remember what this is. Oh, it's a bit damaged. The binding has been broken a little bit, but this is Wistress. This was a HarperCollins book, and well, this is a HarperCollins book. I think this came in the last HarperCollins mailing for requesting arcs. I think Mirth was born with the ability to turn her tears into wishes, but when a granted wish goes wrong, she is cursed. The next tear she sheds will kill her. She must travel to the world to break the curse before it can claim her life, and before the king's militarian find her. To survive the journey, Mirth must harden her heart and keep herself from crying even a single tear. He can stop time with a snap of his fingers. Bastian's powerful and rare talent came in handy when he kidnapped the old king. Now the new king has a job for him. Find the wishtress and deliver her to the Skloss. But Bastian needs a wish of his own. He gains Mirth's trust by promising to take her to the well, but once he gets what he needs, he'll turn her in. As long as his growing feelings for the girl with the stone heart don't compromise him. Their quest can end only one way, with her death. Everyone seems to need a wish. The king, Mirth's cousin, the boy she thinks she loves, and they're ready to bully, beg, and betray her for it. No one knows to grant even one wish, Mirth will pay with her life, and if she tells them about the curse, they'll just kill her anyway. This sounds horrible, but in a good way. I don't know how it's gonna go down. Obviously it's YA, so we can hazard a guess, but I don't like predicting things, especially with YA, because it can surprise you. And speaking of HarperCollins, Harper have sent out another mailing for January. So I sent off a request for some books there. Some are e-arcs or e-review copies, some are physical copies. And the way that Harper works is if you're on their mailing list, you can fill in a form and you can select your first, second and third options, and they will try their best to get them out to you. So I do need to start making more of an effort with my Instagram and posting on there again, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna head off. I haven't read it all today. I listened to Be More Chill on the way to work. I listened to the last few songs of Heather's. Was that today or was that yesterday? I can't remember. Either way, I had a fun time listening to musical theatre songs this morning, and then on the way home I'd left my earphones at work, so I couldn't read anything audibly. I'm really tired today, and it's freezing in the office, so I've literally been sat here in a hoodie. I'm so glad it's casual dress in the office, because I've been sat in a hoodie all day, just like there with my gloves on, because it's been freezing. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Bye. Hello friends, we're coming in today to wrap up this vlog. It's Sunday, and I just thought I'd come in and say g'day and goodbye. I just wanted to give you an update on what I've read / done this week. So, reading wise, I have now finished and tabbed already and waiting for the Readalongs I. I've read and tabbed Adaptation Magic. There were some things in this that I forgot that happened that made me sad. So they are the blue tabs. I'm not going to show you the colours because you can't really see on the camera. So that's going to stay on my TBR card because I always forget where I put it once I've finished it. And then I also have finished All the Feels. I already read that with Tori. We read it over like 5 days. We started on Monday, we both finished it on Friday. Or like Tori finished it like early Saturday morning. So that was it. 5 for Dildos, obviously. If you've read the book, you'll know why I gave it such a high rating. And if you didn't give it a high rating, what are you doing? It's such a good book. And I will give you more in-depth thoughts and feelings and ponderances during my November wrap-up as I apply my makeup. If I can remember how to talk, because last month was a struggle bus. And then I also read Check Please, which is in my bedroom somewhere. That was a gem pick for my 12 books, 12 prompts. So I'm happy with that. And then I think, that is it. I did start sort of Kagan, I'm sorry if I keep pronouncing that wrong. I need to get the right pronunciation of that. I'll find out at some point. I will, I promise. I started that. I've got just under halfway through, I think. And so far I'm really enjoying it. Thumbs up for that. And I've also read a couple more chapters of Discovery of Witches, not anything remotely noteworthy. It was like I listened to a couple of chapters on the way home from Chloe's on Monday and then haven't picked it up since. So technically I did start to continue it this week, but I just haven't finished it. Some things I haven't picked up that I need to pick up before the end of the month. Tales of Shadow and Academy. Not even started this yet. But the positive is they are all short stories. And I did ideally want to finish this by the end of this month, because it's a West End Reads pick. But if I don't, I do have until the 8th to read it. 8th of December. I do also need to finish Discovery of Witches, and I need to start and finish 5 Silver Rings and Demon in the Wood. They are the last of my West End Reads and Once Upon a Readathon books. Once I finish them, it's fine, it's done. I do have 3 days left of this month in order to get Discovery of Witches finished, Demon in the Wood read, and 5 Silver Rings read, but which is doable. The thing that might not be doable is this in 3 days. Well, never mind. It is what it is. We'll get through it. So, things that arrived today. Scope for Good and Evil. I'm really happy that I got hold of these. These are the original covers. Really happy that I found the original covers. I was really annoyed that I love the artwork on the original covers, but they did that thing that they do, that when it gets turned into a Netflix film or original film, whatever, they change the cover of the book, but they only changed the cover of the first book, because if you don't know, the film just follows the storyline of the first book. That was very annoying, very annoying. And the only way I could find it was in the bind up, like the box. The only way I could find it was in the set of 5, and I still have to buy the 6th one separately. Don't ask me why they do it this way, but they have, and I'm just glad I've got them now. I really, really enjoyed the first film, so I'm going to start reading the books, and I don't know when the second film's going to come out. I'm guessing it's going to be a book or film, possibly. Apart from book 3, which is a Mahusive thing. It's like, it's the biggest in the series, but it's the middle of the series, which is very strange. But anyway, I'll buy book 6 at some point. But I got, when I threatened to leave Talk and move to BT, they lowered my monthly internet bill and also they also agreed to give me a £50 voucher. So part of the voucher went on that set. I didn't use my own money for that. Bargain. And then I got My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I got this because I love the 2 Tessa Bailey books that I've read. Can't get this one on BookBeat, but I can get her other books on BookBeat that I'm going to listen to as well. And I might do a vlog of me reading just Tessa Bailey books that I haven't read yet. So I'm going to read a couple that were like pre-Hook, Line and Sinker and It Happened or Somewhere, and this one that's like after that, and see if her writing's changed and see if I still enjoy them all just as much. I saw that Andy from Zebra Reads, I will leave a link down below, she really liked this. Here's hoping I like it too. And then I thought, why not get the physical copy? Tethered Spirits by T.A. Hernandez. This is one of the finalists for SPFBO. I'm hoping to get around to some of these SPFBO books in December. One of them will be reading this. The first 3 that I'm reading are A Touch of Light, 13th Hour, which is part of the Cruel God series by True Disguise, Touch of Light by Tiago Abdallah, and then this is by T.A. Hernandez. And then there are 7 others to read. I'm not sure when I'm going to read these. I'm hoping to start them in December, and then we'll see where we go. We'll see how we feel about them. And that's it, really. That's my wrap-up of this week. If you do like me and want to see more from me, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. As always, any book recommendations you have for me, leave them down below in the Google form, and I will do my best to
get to them at some point. That reminds me, I did get a lot of recommendations on Twitter that I need to scour through, because I asked people to fill in the form and they just listed a bunch of recommendations in the comments. So that was fun. So I need to sort that out. That's it. That's everything, I think. If I've missed anything else out, I'll add an extra clip in, or I'll just write on the bottom of the screen that I've missed something and what it is I've missed, but I don't think I have. Next week, Thursday vlogmas. You'll be seeing a video from me every day from Thursday until the end of December. It's been a lot to film and edit all this, but it's been so much fun. So look forward to that. But there will be a video. This vlog goes up on Monday. There will be another video going up on Wednesday, and then you'll see me from Thursday onwards. Bye.
You in the backyard of your old farm in the summer.